Happy New Year, Rachel.
We are back, baby.
Back. Backstreet's back. All right.
All
All
right.
right. Um,
Begrudgingly, we are back. No, I'm just kidding.
welcome.
No, so
welcome to Should I Watch That? I forgot that part. It's been a few
yes,
weeks.
yes, that's Janet, and I'm Rachel, and we're here to titilize your ear holes with words from our mouth holes. I really like saying
I
that.
love that. I was thinking about that yesterday. I was like, we have to remember to say that at some point.
Well, I want to tell our listeners what happened to me yesterday.
Mm-hmm.
So, listeners, we were supposed to record last night. And what happened to me that we did not record is so ridiculous and stupid, but also terrible that I just want to tell everybody about it.
I think you should.
I think I should. So, I heated up some cheese dip for me and my daughter. And like in the plastic container that it comes in. I did that in the microwave, so it's hot.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, cheese dip is like molten lava. All right.
Mm-hmm.
So I took it out of the microwave and I put it on my hand, sitting on top of like. What? No, this isn't the bad part.
It just sounds hot already.
It is. Well, because the container's hot too, right? So I always put like a little like towel or like a kitchen washcloth on my hand to hold the container, okay? So I had this on my hand. I grabbed the bag of chips. I'm walking over towards the counter in the kitchen, and I don't know how, but I dropped the entire container of hot boiling lava cheese, and in the process, I tried to grab it before it fell on the floor, which meant my 3 fingers on my right hand went inside the container of molten hot lava cheese and immediately started burning, okay? So then the cheese was everywhere, all right? It went all over my cabinets, all over the floor. It was obviously on my fingers, scalding my skin off. So I immediately had to go to the sink to like get this cheese off my fingers because they were like burning, 3rd degree burning, you know? So I got the cheese off my burning fingers, and then my 8-year-old says to me, "Now, how did you manage to do that?" And y'all, you know, I lost it, okay? I really did. I lost my cool as an adult human being. I was so angry. My fingers were scalding. She had just said the most obvious thing. There was cheese everywhere that I had to clean up, and I was so angry. I was like, if you don't get out of this room right now, we both might end up dead. I don't know. I might kill us both. I'm joking. That's a joke, guys. But really, it was like the most ridiculous. So I spent like 20 minutes scrubbing cheese off of my cabinets. I'm fine, by the way. My fingers are fine. But it wasn't fun, but it was very stupid.
That's hard.
I was very mad at myself.
I don't know which is worse, like the pain of the burn or having to clean up the cheese after the fact.
Both.
And once you clean up the cheese and get over the fact that your fingers are on fire, you don't have any cheese to eat.
Mm-hmm. Exactly.
It's not even like you can comfort yourself with cheese dip.
Exactly. There was like a centimeter of cheese still left in the bottom of the container, which my daughter then ate, which is fine. I had to go lock myself in my bedroom for 30 minutes. I was like, listen, I need some time alone so I don't completely lose my mind right now. She was like, okay, mommy.
Oh.
Anyways.
That's awful.
The great cheese debacle of 2026.
I think
if you're wondering how we're doing so far this year.
The worst burn I ever had. This was years ago, and it was a work-related thing, and a bunch of us were hanging out in my hotel suite ahead of a big dinner thing that we all had to do. And there may or may not have been some Prosecco that was flowing freely.
Oh, yeah.
And of course, I got the idea that curling my friend's hair ahead of the dinner was a really good idea. And
as usual.
and the curling iron was to her left, and I was standing behind her, curling the back of her hair. So then I came around to the
Mhm.
front to see, how does it look? And decided that I needed to curl a few more spots. And what did Janet do? Being right-handed, I reached for the curling iron and
Mhm.
I grabbed the hot barrel of
Mhm.
that curling iron.
Mhm.
Whew. Yep.
That hurts.
Yep.
I have burned myself with many a hair tool in my day.
Yes. It's not safe for some of us.
It is
It's just not safe.
not. How are regular humans trusted with these extremely hot things? I'm not sure.
And not that this has anything to do
Ugh.
with, something you should watch, but if you've done something similar, email us because we would love to hear about it.
We would love to hear about the stupid things that you have done in your household that made you very angry.
With electronic hair appliances. I don't know.
Or
Or
hot molten lava cheese.
or microwaved foods and liquids. Hmm.
My cat is currently climbing my wall. No big deal. Anyways,
Anyway,
so we're here today. We're here to talk to you today about the movie The Rip that just came out on Netflix. Janet, would you like me to give a little descripciones?
I think I would love that more than anything.
Okay, so here's a little description. The Rip is a gritty, high-tension crime thriller directed and written by Joe Carnahan.
Hmm.
Sure, that
Yeah.
sounds right. That follows a Miami-Dade police narcotics unit whose trust collapses after they discover millions in cash during a raid. A suspicion spreads inside the team and outside agencies close in. Loyalties and motives are tested in a pressure cooker of paranoia and greed.
Mm.
Dun
Dun,
dun
dun. I was
dun.
trying to doing the clung clung like from Law and Order, but anyway, that was
Oh,
stupid. Go ahead.
yeah. Hmm.
Didn't sound right. All right.
We're not infringing any copyrights, anybody,
No, we're
okay?
not.
Um, because our clunk clunk sounds nothing like the real one. No way to mistake it. Okay, some of the main cast and characters, you got Matt Damon as Lieutenant Dane Dumars. You've got Ben Affleck as Detective Sergeant J.D. Byrne. You got Stephen Yeun.
Unsure. Unsure.
Okay. He's Detective Mike Rowe. He was the guy from what is that zombie
The
show? I'm like
Walking
totally blanking on.
Dead. He was Glenn.
Thank you. Yes. Thank you. My brain just was thinking about cheese again. You've got Teyana Taylor as Detective Numa Baptiste. You've got Catalina Sandino Moreno as Detective Lola Salazar. Sasha Calais as Desiree Desi Molina. Scott Adkins as FBI Agent Del Byrne. Kyle Chandler, Nestor Carbonell, Lena Esco, and others. Okay, we don't. That's a lot.
That's a
We
lot.
don't have to go through all that, but yeah, that's the main cast. Should we go over? Okay, good. No, you do things now.
Well, I had something very specific, and I realized Matt Damon and Matt and Ben are like the lead on here, but Stephen
Uh-huh.
Yoon, I'm not sure how to pronounce that. He plays
Uh-huh.
Mike. It, he so I was a huge Walking Dead fan for multiple
Yeah.
seasons. And I even watched like the after show called The Talking Dead that some dude hosts.
Uh-huh.
Anyway, and if you're with me here, the scene, and this is not a spoiler because it's been
The
so many
bat.
years. Yes, when Negan
Yeah.
kills Glenn,
Yes.
I was traumatized by that scene. Like that left
Mm-hmm.
me pretty messed up for a few weeks.
Yeah.
It really did. And
I think that was like the go ahead.
no,
Sorry.
I loved Glenn and Maggie, I believe. I loved them as a couple. Maggie, probably. Anyway,
Oh. Yeah.
yeah, and he was just so cool. And anyway, that traumatized me. And it
And
brought
then he
that
was
trauma back, seeing him on the big
murdered.
seeing him on the screen when I watched it yesterday. It traumatized me a little bit all over again. So
Yeah, we will never forget Glenn. R.I.P.
R.I.P. But Steven was also he played the character Danny Cho. If you remember the series Beef,
No.
okay, well, it is a significant must watch. Um, where basically he
Zero.
you're like, "No,
Never heard of it.
no, good night." Um, but anyway, I highly
Never
recommend
heard of it.
that. Just watch a trailer and see if you think it's so good. And he was also
Okay.
in Nope, the Jordan Peele movie about the
Oh
flying
yeah.
saucer. Yeah. Anyway,
Yeah, yeah.
so I just had nice.
I forgot he was in that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So Glenn,
Glenn.
rest in
Steve.
peace, dear Glenn.
No, that was like one of the most gruesome scenes in a show slash
Hmm.
movie that I can remember.
And like people get.
That and
No, go ahead. Sorry.
it's okay. I was going to say that and the beheading in Hereditary. Those two
Those
really made lasting impressions on my psyche.
were horrible.
Those were really
Horrible.
bad.
And it was nice to see Teyana Taylor in this one. I just saw her a few months ago in One Battle After Another with Leonardo DiCaprio, where she was
Oh, I didn't watch that.
amazing. And she's also the secretary who turns out to be uh,
Mm-hmm.
a baby mama in All's Fair that we reviewed a few
Yep.
weeks back. So yeah.
Yeah, she's been in a lot of stuff
Hmm.
lately. I'm seeing her
Yeah.
everywhere.
Yeah.
So good for
Good
her.
for her.
Good for her.
Yeah.
I like
I
her.
like her.
What I didn't like was this movie.
So, I've been meaning to tell you, Rachel, that I really feel like you need to be more straightforward with your feelings and your opinions. All right, you go for it. Go. Let's hear what you
Okay,
think.
I made notes in my phone because I was too lazy to make notes on my computer. So there was and listen, we've decided we're going to try not to give spoilers, but there's a couple scenes I want to talk about because I was like yelling at the TV.
Mhm.
So there's a scene. So, okay, like I said with the description. So basically, the cops, this narcotics unit is tipped off. They go to this house. They find millions of dollars in cash. Okay. Which is supposed to be like cartel drug money or whatever, blah, blah, blah. But there's a snitch in the ranks and they
Mhm.
don't know who it is. So they're
Traitor.
trying to figure that out. So they're trying to be like careful and blah, blah, blah. And at one point, and this is true, okay? So, first of all, it's based on a true story, which we'll talk about in just a few minutes because I want to say these things first. So, they take the money out of the attic where they found it, they take it out to this garage to count it. And apparently, this is a true thing. When cops have these big money seizures, they have to hand count the money on scene. They cannot leave the scene until they've counted all the money. And I think that's just so in transport, none is taken, like that kind of stuff.
Mhm.
I get it.
Mhm.
Whatever. So they're in this garage counting money. Somebody starts shooting at them from outside the garage. Okay. So they're getting shot up. They're shooting back. One of the women cops, detectives, whatever they are, gets shot. There's all this shooting. And then in the next scene, they say, let's go outside and check it out.
Yes. That was pretty stupid.
And I was like, wait a minute. So they stopped shooting and you're just going to walk outside now where the shooting was happening?
Mhm.
That seemed real stupid. I was like, wait a minute. Actually, I put in here, they're getting shot at in the garage and decide to go outside with 3 question marks. And then I wrote, no way, idiots.
Yeah, in the amount of gunfire that was coming at them through that garage door and
Yeah.
and kind of through a car that they had pushed up
Yeah.
against the garage door. No, I'm not going outside.
Uh-huh.
I'm staying inside. Maybe
No.
I'm going upstairs to get a better viewpoint, and I'm gonna sneak a peek out the window, and it was,
Right.
yeah, very weird.
Yeah. No, they just like walked out the front door and were walking down the street where the people who were shooting at them were still out there.
Mhm.
And I have some questions too, because the people that were shooting at them, whatever happened to them? We never get a resolution to that.
No, they
Where
just
did
took
they go?
off. Yeah,
Who were
I
they?
don't know.
We didn't get an answer to that either. So, anyways, those things happened, and I was like, what the fuck? And then, there were points where a couple of the cops or detectives, whatever they are, they were like, oh, taking some of this money would really change my life and da da da. And I was sitting there thinking, I was like, as a person that imagines myself winning the lottery constantly and how I would spend that money, even though I never play the lottery, I would think it would be very difficult to not pocket some money as a cop or whatever. Right? I mean,
Well,
just saying.
interestingly, the most important takeaway from the movie for me was,
Mm-hmm.
would I take money? Like, that's the only thing I kept thinking throughout the whole thing. Like, how and
Yeah.
it got to a point where it was almost like, how much would I take? And I'd like to go on
Mm-hmm.
record to say that I am an honest person, for the
Okay.
most part, right?
Mm-hmm. Sure. Yeah.
But $24 million dollars that's going to
That's a lot of
be
money.
taken into evidence, is it going to sit on a
Mm-hmm.
shelf for the next 15 years? Or is your
Yes.
city going to decide along the way that since it's evidence, they're just going to use it to like fill in potholes or something? I don't know. And if 20, $3.2 million showed up instead of 24 million, is that really a
Uh-huh.
problem after you hit like over 20? I don't know. And like I already had the plan. Like I'm not going to go. I watched Ocean's 11. I'm not going to go buy a sports car or something and then tip everybody off that I
Yeah.
stole the money. I'm going to hide it. And maybe I pay cash for my groceries next week instead of swiping a debit card. Maybe I use cash to
Mm-hmm.
put gas in my. I don't know. What would you do?
Would I
Would
steal
you take
money or not
would you
steal
take some
money?
of the money?
Ah, God.
Mhm.
It'd be real hard not to, I'll tell you
Mhm.
that. I mean, because think about it. These are people that are not making a whole lot of money.
Right.
The main character, they talked about how much medical debt he had because his son died of cancer.
Mhm.
And that is actually one of the true parts of the movie, by the
Yeah.
way. Um, so would I take money? I really can't say yes or no. I'd have to be in the situation. I'd have to be in the trenches.
Mhm.
Part of me would be like, yes. Part of me would be like, no, that's the wrong thing to do. So that's
That's a
hard.
difficult one. Well, and if it was just like you and me in a garage with $24 million versus you and me and like
Yeah.
5 other people in the garage, like, are they going
Yeah, if it was me and Janet, they'd be about a million lighter for sure.
and like, where are they gonna like pat you down when you turn the money in? I mean, they're gonna check you for cash
No,
or something like that?
I don't
I
think
don't know.
so. I'd be stuffing it. I would stuff it wherever I needed to
Yeah.
stuff it. You know what I'm
Mhm.
saying? Does
Agree.
everybody know what I'm
Oh, I
saying?
totally know what you're
Okay.
saying. Yeah.
Gross. Um, so I did want to talk about the true incident. So this is
Mhm.
based on a true incident that happened June 29th in 2016. So the Miami-Dade Police Department Tactical Narcotics Team. So that is that they called themselves TNT in the
Mhm.
movie. Apparently that is a real thing.
Mhm.
That was led by Officer Chris Cassiano. So that's who Matt Damon's character was based on. So he executed a search warrant on a suburban home as part of a drug trafficking investigation. What should have been a fairly routine raid turned a little crazy when they found millions of dollars in cash hidden in the attic behind a secret wall. The money was stored in orange Home Depot buckets, which it also was in the movie, and it was reported at around 24 million in real life, which at the time was the largest cash seizure in department history. Um so they did have to hand count all of that money, which it says took 40
Oh
hours.
my god. I couldn't stay
They
awake
had to
that
sit
long
there
counting
for
money.
40 hours. So this one raid was part of a multi-year investigation. So it didn't just fall into their laps like it kind of did in the
Mhm.
movie. So they had been kind of on this for a while. So I mean, basically, the core idea of the movie is based on true events, but all this like character conflicts and the cartel and like the timeline, because they kept getting phone calls that if you don't leave in 30 minutes, everyone's gonna die. Like, that wasn't true. Corruption and like the snitch, or what do you call him?
The traitor.
The traitor, that
Mhm.
was not true. But the other part, Officer Cassiano, he did have a son, unfortunately, that passed away
Mm.
in real life too. So that part of the story was true. But um yeah, and one of the key themes was morality under pressure.
Mm.
So exactly what we be talking about, okay?
Uh, yeah, and as the movie progresses, I was still a little unsure in places who the traitor really was until
Yes.
there's something that kind of clearly gives away who the traitor is, and then we're not going to say who it is.
Mhm.
Um, but yeah, that was pretty much it. I, and honestly, doing
Mhm.
this write up, I was more interested in Matt Damon and Ben Affleck and what they've been doing recently than, than the movie itself, because whatever. Um, but yeah, not a whole lot to say
I
about that.
mean,
But did you know, the little bit of trivia, that they've been in about 13 films together.
oh,
And
yeah, that makes
I thought it was
sense.
just Good Will Hunting and Dogma. Um, but interestingly, they were both in Field of Dreams, but they were uncredited extras, like standing in a crowd somewhere.
Oh,
But they were both in it. Anyway,
that's I didn't know that.
yeah,
That is a good bit of trivia.
yeah.
I loved that movie when I was a kid.
It was fine. Like
Such a good.
it's one of those where like everybody should watch it once and then go on with your life, which is kind of how I feel about
Um,
this movie. But
yeah, this movie was terrible, everybody. Um,
I
Based on our
mhm, mhm,
conversations, though, I did look up what happens to money that is seized as
mm,
evidence,
mhm,
like who gets it.
mhm,
Obviously, it's logged and secured immediately. They count it, they photograph it, they document it, blah 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 blah. They do all that stupid cop shit.
mhm.
Okay. They do not store literal cash in lockers long term. That's too risky. It's too tempting, as we know.
Yeah.
Um, it is usually deposited into a law enforcement evidence trust account.
Hmm.
Okay. And then if the person is convicted, so there's a few things that can happen to the money. If the person is convicted, the money may be forfeit to the government. It could be split between the seizing agency, prosecutors, and sometimes state or federal funds.
Really? Huh.
So there was a finder's fee. Remember they gave
Mhm.
the girl from the house
Mhm.
like a percentage? I
Yes.
wonder if that's true. It doesn't say that an individual gets it,
Hmm.
but there are rules. You can't just use the money for whatever.
Mhm.
If it is used, it has to be used for law enforcement equipment, training, costs of investigation, or community or drug prevention programs.
Hmm.
So it can't be used for salaries or bonuses or anything like that. If the charges are dropped or the owner of the money is cleared, the money must be returned to the rightful owner with documentation showing chain of custody.
Interesting.
That is.
Do you know?
Evidence versus forfeiture. Okay, we won't get
Okay.
into the rest of it. Go ahead.
I was just going to say,
It's not that
a
serious.
really great thing to do with that money would be to clear the backlog on DNA that's pending testing for rape cases. I'm just going to throw that out
Yeah,
there,
you would think.
dear law enforcement, whoever's listening. But whatever.
Janet, you would think.
One would
Okay,
think.
but pedos are running our government. It's not like we're going to have anything like that done.
You make a good point. Okay. Anyway.
Anyways.
So,
Janet.
Rachel.
Janet.
Rachel.
Should anyone watch this movie?
I say yes. I was entertained. At no point did I like grab my phone and start playing a game on it or anything, which is what I tend to do if I'm not interested. You know, was it the best thing they've ever done? No. I mean, it's no Jason Bourne series. But I mean, it wasn't horrible either. Like, it's entertaining and it's free. I mean, you have to pay for Netflix, but it's free. I say, yeah, watch it once. No need to watch it again. Rachel, should I watch that?
No.
No.
Absolutely not.
No.
Listener, do not waste your time. Do not sacrifice your eyeballs and ear holes to that terrible movie, okay? I was like watching the clock waiting for it to end. I was like, ugh. Truly, okay? The only thing that was mildly interesting was trying to figure out who the traitor was.
Yeah.
Other than that, I was like, God, when will this end? So I say absolutely not. But also, dear listener, if you know anything about me, you know I'm not a really big fan of action movies. And it has to be like the most superb action movie of all time for me to like it. Like Denzel movies.
Right.
Love.
Yes.
All right. This was no Denzel movie. Do you see what I mean?
Yes.
So I say skip it. Watch something else. You'd be better off, honestly, watching The Great British Bake Off, okay? Than watching this movie. But that's just my opinion.
Well, and I'm a fan of Matt Damon. I mean, you know, ever since Good Will Hunting, I can get behind most everything he's done for the most part.
Yeah.
And that was the other thing. I
Sure.
went down a rabbit hole of like, what's my favorite movie with Matt Damon ever? And I probably came back to the Jason Bourne series. But and Good Will Hunting, that was pretty good.
Sure.
But he looks like a baby in Good Will Hunting. He's I don't know, they're in their 50s now.
Yeah, it was 25 years ago. Yeah.
Anyway.
Of course. I looked like a baby 25 years ago too. So I was 15. You know what I mean?
I was 7. I don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah, I don't know what you're talking about. Anyways, dear listener, from our mouth holes to your ear holes, we appreciate you listening, and we hope that you come back to listen again at a future time, which will continue to be regular.
Yeah.
We promise.
Yeah, we're back from our little break. We all need some downtime to recover.
Yes, we
recover.
We rotted away endlessly on couches and eating things and drinking things, and not talking on podcasts.
Yeah. All right. Well, until next time, we hope your ear holes remain happy.
Yeah.
And
your brain stem. Trying to continue with like the same metaphor, you know what I'm saying? Analogy, whatever it is. Anyways, okay.
We'll work on our sign off between now and next episode.
Yes.
All right. Thank you for listening.
Thanks for listening.
Goodbye.
Okay, bye.
This episode was produced by Ryan Wyrick.
Follow us on Instagram at Should I Watch That 25 and on Facebook at Should I Watch That.
Email us at shouldIwatchthat25@gmail.com.
Like, follow, and review wherever you listen to us.
Or wherever you cast your pods. Thanks.
Thank you.